So the other day, someone commented on one of my videos and suggested I do a challenge where I draft Trace Mcsorley round 1 and keep him as my starting quarterback. So I decided I'll do it. I'll call it the Trace Mcsorley challenge, and let's go ahead and get started. So we got pick 32, which is interesting to say the least. The first time I tried this, we got pick 2. So that was very unfortunate because I never get good picks. And the fact that I did get a good pick, but I couldn't actually use it, was very unfortunate because for some reason Trace Mcsorley just didn't show up, because I guess he's just ranked so low in terms of overall that he didn't show up on here, so I had to just restart everything. And so now we have pick 32. And so yeah, round 1, Trace Mcsorley, welcome to the team. And so we're right back on the clock. Do we just take CMC and then put in a running playbook? I think we'll just take CMC round 2 and just build up this offense. So yeah, CMC, welcome to the team. So now here in round 3, do we just take Derrick Henry? I think that's a good pick. So yeah, Derrick Henry. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to take Saquon Barkley instead. Actually, we do need a wide receiver, and the wide receivers are starting to go. So Chris Olave, he's here. He's younger. So why not? We'll get Trace Mcsorley a receiver. Chris Olave, welcome to the team. Also, by the way, we're going to go 20 total rounds just because that's what I normally do. So here in round 4, we need to take a corner because I always forget to do this, and the corners, they start to go quick. So Deron Bland, here in round 4, welcome to the team. And here in round 5, we need to take a defensive lineman just because we have yet to take a single one. So Christian Wilkins is here. He's an interior guy, so he would get moved to defensive tackle. DJ Reader is here, but Christian Wilkins is younger. So you know what? We'll just go with Christian Wilkins here in round 5. And in round 6, we're going to keep stacking this defense. So Teron Johnson here in round 6, welcome to the team. Okay, now I think it's time we take another receiver. So Nico Collins is here. What about tight ends? Darren Waller is here, but I would prefer someone younger, like Dalton Schultz is here, Cole Kmet, Sam Laporta. He should develop pretty well. Trey McBride is also here. So you know what? I think Nico Collins is going to go a lot sooner than a lot of these tight ends. So we'll just take Nico Collins here in round 7, and then I guess we'll look at tight end later. Okay, so it turns out Dalton Schultz is 27. I thought he was a lot younger, but Pat Freiermuth, I think that's how you say his name. I don't know. I probably pronounced that wrong. He's 24, so he's a lot younger than I thought. So yeah, we're going to give Trace Mcsorley a tight end. Pat, welcome to the team. So now in round 9, we have yet to take an offensive lineman. And Sam Cosmi has to be my favorite lineman to get in Madden. I don't know why, I just always seem to get him. In every speed rebuild that I did, I just traded for him. Just because, I mean, he's an 85 overall and he's young. So yeah, he's going to be my pick here in round 9. The first lineman taken to protect Trace Mcsorley. Okay, and here in round 10, it's time we start building out this defense. So we're going to be taking Malik Hooker here in round 10. And in round 11, we're going to pick up strong safety Amani Hooker. And then we still have to take defensive lineman because we only have one. So we need an edge rusher. Carl Granderson is here. Zach Seiler. Is he an interior or is he an actual edge rusher? I'm pretty sure he's an edge. I don't know. I'll have to look that up. But yeah, Carl Granderson is here. We're going to take him here, and then probably another edge rusher. We'll see. Okay, round 13. Let's see. Frankie Louvu's here. I like getting him because he's pretty young, and he should develop pretty well. So we could go with Kobe Turner, or Alan McNeil, or Jonathan Grenard. We could take him. He's pretty young. You know, I think that's what we'll do. We'll go Alan McNeil because he is 23 and he should develop pretty well. So yeah, Alan McNeil here in round 13. Welcome to the team. And yeah, he's still hanging around. So we're going to take our first linebacker here in round 14. Frankie Louvu, welcome to the team. Okay, so we got to finish out this defense and take another edge rusher. Do we just take Jonathan Grenard because he's a bit younger than everybody else? Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do unless I see someone here. Does not look like it. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna take Jonathan Grenard here and then complete our defensive line in round 15. And wow, this is a huge reach. I really sold on this pick. Okay, so now with the defense all sorted out, we need to build up this offensive line. So Cam Robinson is here. Isaac Sumalo, I think that's how you say his name. He's here. Connor Williams. Will Hernandez. We could move him to left guard if we needed to. And Morgan Moses is here. So, you know, we'll just go down the line. Cam Robinson, we'll take him here in round 16. Well, Isaac Sumalo got taken, so is Will Hernandez here. He is not okay. You know what? We'll just take Connor Williams and we'll figure it out later. Connor Williams, welcome to the team. And I do not understand this ranking system because 755 for a 26-year-old 82 overall center, that's insane. Now here in round 18, we're going to take the 6'8", 375-pound DeJuan Jones to play right tackle for us. So yeah, welcome to the team. Okay, round 19, we need a slot receiver. Adam Thielen is here. We could take him. I mean, we could just go with overall and just take Adam Thielen, even though he's going to regress after just like one season. So you know what, just knowing the fact that Adam Thielen, you know, I love Adam Thielen, don't get me wrong, but he's going to regress. So yeah, Alec Pierce, we're just going to take him here because he's young and he should develop. So yeah, Alec Pierce, welcome to the team. Now round 20. So we need to take one more corner because we need a slot corner. So, I mean, Patrick Peterson, he's here. He's old, but like, I mean, it's for a corner. I guess it doesn't really matter because there's like a million corners in a draft anyways. So I think we'll just take Patrick Peterson here with my last pick, and then I'll just let the CPU fill out the rest of the team, even though it's mostly just backups aside from a few positions. So yeah, we'll just let the CPU figure that out. We're just going to take Patrick Peterson here in round 20, and then we'll go check out what the roster is looking like. All right, so after every draft, we got to do this because for some reason the CPU never takes Kyle Juszczyk, AJ Cole, or Jake Elliott, and so we're just going to capitalize on their mistakes. Again, I don't understand this. It's been this way since like what? I don't even know, because I remember I made a fantasy draft guide video like a few months ago, and by a few months it was like 6 months ago, and one of my tips was sign these 3. So it's been this way for like 6 months. So yeah, but we won't complain though because, you know, it helps us out. So yeah, let's just go check out the team now. And so they are trying to start Jeff Driscoll and Stetson Bennett over Trace Mcsorley. Not going to happen. He's our starting quarterback. And so I was thinking about it. I think we'll go like 3 seasons with this, so we'll let Trace Mcsorley develop a little bit, and hopefully he can get up to a 99 overall. That would be pretty nice. But I mean, yeah, so the offense is an 85 overall, which, you know, is not the best, but like 85 is pretty decent. You know, we got CMC out here with Chris Olave, Pat Freiermuth, I think that's how you say it, Kyle Juszczyk, Nico Collins. This is a pretty solid offense. I mean, this offensive line is pretty decent as well. Cam Robinson, Laken Tomlinson, Connor Williams, Sam Cosmi, DeJuan Jones. It's a pretty solid offensive line. And then, of course, we got Mr. Throw It on a Dime himself, Trace Mcsorley out there leading the way. We could really win the Super Bowl year 1. And I was actually researching a little bit of what playbook I should use, and I've decided I'm going to use the Dallas playbook just because that's what I figured would be like the best one to do. So yeah, we're using the Dallas one for offense, and I always use the Chiefs playbook normally for offense and defense, but for here it's just defense because, you know, we're obviously going to be using a different offensive playbook. But so yeah, we'll be running with the Dallas playbook for offense, and we'll see, maybe we'll win the Super Bowl year 1. Trace Mcsorley MVP. Could happen. But yeah, that's the offense. Let's check out the defense now. All right, so I had to move a few positions around, and we went up in overall from doing that, so that's pretty solid. But I mean, the first thing I noticed about this defense is basically everyone except 2 people are normal dev. So that is pretty interesting. But I mean, hopefully throughout the year that can change, you know, because everyone on this defense is pretty young. So like it probably will change. So I wouldn't be surprised if like by the end of the year, mostly everyone is star, maybe even superstar for Christian Wilkins could happen. But I mean, yeah, this secondary number 1 is great. We got Deron Bland, Teron Johnson, Malik Hooker, Amani Hooker as well. So I just realized both our safeties have the last name of Hooker. So that's pretty interesting. And this defensive line, Carl Granderson, Christian Wilkins, Alan McNeil, Jonathan Grenard. This is a pretty solid defensive line, and everyone on here is young, so they're only going to develop and get even better throughout this season and moving forward. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then our linebackers, we got Frankie Louvu, Damian Wilson, and Tyrell Dodson. So overall, I mean, this defense is pretty solid, 84 overall. That is definitely a pretty good overall to be at. And by the end of the year, we could be up to maybe an 86, maybe even an 87, just as everybody develops moving forward. So, I mean, yeah, we'll see how that turns out by the end of the year. But, you know, that's enough of me talking. We're going to see how this team can do on the field in year number 1. So we'll go ahead and sim the season and see how this team can do. So, yeah, we'll pick it up in mid-season momentarily. And actually, before we start the season, I realized the CPU might start Jeff Driscoll, so I had to release him. And so now we need to sign a backup quarterback. And I thought, who better than Nathan Peterman to back up Trace Mcsorley? So, yeah, Nathan Peterman, welcome to the team. So at the midway point of the year, we are 2-5 with the, wow, okay. Well, our offense is 11th in terms of pass yards per game, but that looks like it's the only bright spot on our team. So that is something. What about players that we need to negotiate with? So Chris Olave, we're 100% going to re-sign him. Let's see, will he accept this? He's pretty interested, and he does. Welcome back, Chris Olave. Teron Johnson, it looks like he has a little interest, so I'll increase the offer a little bit. Does he accept this one? Okay, cool. We re-signed Teron Johnson. What about Frankie Louvu now? I'll increase the offer a little bit since he doesn't have much interest. Hopefully this can convince him to re-sign. Does he accept this? Okay. So we might get him within the next couple weeks, but after that, I don't think I'll re-sign anybody else except, well, you know, Nathan Peterman. We got to do it. So 7 years. Does he accept this? Come on. Okay, cool. So we get Nathan Peterman back long term. That's what this franchise needs. And then also, well, yeah, we'll re-sign AJ Cole, Kyle Juszczyk, and Jake Elliott in the offseason. So we'll just do that later. But yeah, besides Frankie Louvu, there's nobody else. So yeah, we'll just go to the playoffs and see if we actually make the playoffs. So we just barely missed the playoffs, going 4-13 on the season. And I mean, looking at our team ranks, we were 24th in points per game. We were 6th in pass yards per game, 22nd in rush yards per game, even though we had CMC. So, okay. We were 32nd in defensive points per game, 4th in defensive pass yards per game, and 32nd against the rush. So I guess there's a little work that can be done this offseason. What about upgrade players? Does Trace Mcsorley have any? We got to see. Because I know he had one earlier when I stopped at the midway point of the season. So he has one. We can get him up to a 57 overall. So Trace Mcsorley is up to a 57. Awesome. And he wears 2 gloves. That's interesting. So yeah, we'll just check out his stats real quick because I'm kind of curious how well he did. So he was 6th in the NFL for yards, 25th in passing touchdowns, and he had a 69 rating. So he had a pretty nice rating, but wow. 33 interceptions. Okay. Well, that is not ideal, but you know, we can only improve from here. So, yeah. CMC though, why is he not getting more carries? I don't understand that. 253. He should be getting like 300 minimum. Like, yeah, we got to figure that out. Maybe we should switch to the Titans playbook. You know, that's what we're going to do. We're going to switch to the Titans offensive playbook. And then after that, we're just going to go straight to the offseason and figure out what we'll do. And surprisingly, I did not win Coach of the Year. I wasn't even top 10. For some reason. All right, so here for re-sign players, oh, that's right. I completely forgot about Frankie Louvu. I was gonna say we only have 3 people that we want to re-sign, but I completely forgot Frankie Louvu. So we'll just offer him this, see if he accepts. Okay, cool. We get him. So now, Laken Tomlinson, he is 32. So you know what? We're not gonna re-sign him, even though we have a lot of money. I would rather just save that. So AJ Cole. We'll re-sign him, 3-year deal. He's pretty interested. Welcome back, AJ Cole. Now, Jake Elliott, he's pretty interested as well. Will he accept this offer? He does. Cool. And then Kyle Juszczyk. We got a new playbook for you on offense. Will he accept? 7 years. We got to give him a 7-year. Does he accept? Cool. We get Kyle Juszczyk to re-sign. But after Kyle Juszczyk, you know what? Jacorian Bennett, he is 24. How much does he want per year? So he wants $3 million a year. You know, I don't think I'm gonna pay that because I feel like I could get someone higher overall for similar or maybe even the same price. So unfortunately, we're not gonna bring him back. But yeah, I think we're just gonna go to free agency now. All right. So normally in fantasy draft, the free agency classes are not the best, and yeah, we are finding that out right here. I don't think I'll sign anyone. I guess I'll look through, but I probably won't sign anyone. If I do, I'll show you guys. If I don't, we'll just go straight to the draft. So I decided to trade down from pick 2 to pick 9 in exchange for the 26th pick, next year's 4th rounder, and a next year's 7th round pick. So yeah, we're picking at 9 and I think 26 or 27, I don't know, in the first round. So yeah, we'll go to my pick and I'll show you guys who I pick. So honestly, I completely forgot to do scouting, but you know what? It is what it is. Here in round 1 with pick number 9, we are going to be taking left guard Tavares Telfer. And he is a hidden, so we start the draft off pretty good. And now here with pick 26, we are going to be taking cornerback Amari Whitfield. And he's also a hidden, so we'll take that. And here in round 2 with pick number 2, we are going to be taking defensive tackle Tommy Black. So that's 3 hiddens in a row. Let's see if we can keep that up. So this is the last pick I'll show before I just do the rest of the picks. But we are going to be taking center RJ Horan here in round 3. And so that's 4 hiddens in a row. Wow. Alright, so just checking out the draft recap, it looks pretty good. So, you know, of course we had the 2 first rounders, both 77 overall, so that's pretty solid. And I'm pretty sure we had hiddens all throughout round 4. I believe, I could be wrong, I don't know. But I mean, 2 77s to start it off, then a 76, then a 72, that's pretty solid. And of course there was a little bit of a drop off, but you know, that is what it is. But I think for our first draft in this fantasy draft rebuild thing, I think this was pretty solid. So just looking around the league, who is the highest rated player? So 80 overall. So I guess this draft wasn't very stacked. Like we had 2 of the 477s that were taken. So I guess this draft wasn't really that stacked. I don't know. I'm not going to go through the whole thing. Well, there's a lot of 75s and a lot of 74s as well. So I guess it was kind of like evenly spread. That must be it. But I mean, yeah, there was a lot of good offensive linemen. I noticed that when I was looking through like the players during the draft and everything like that, there was a lot of like higher ranked offensive linemen. It was insane. But yeah, that's enough with this draft. Let's go check out what the roster is looking like before the season. But before we do that, we are trading Patrick Peterson, 3 second-round picks and 2 fourth-round picks in exchange for Patrick Queen and Montez Sweat, which I know this is a lot of draft capital, but I did not want to give up a first-rounder, so kind of just is what it is. It's not like we're going any longer than 2 more seasons anyways, so you know. But yeah, I mean, this is 2 very solid pickups. I might make another trade or not, we'll see. So now here we're trading Carl Granderson in exchange for a 2nd and future 5th rounder. Alright, so just looking at the team, we are up to an 86 overall with an 85 offense and an 88 defense. And on offense, I think the only change we really have is the rookie Telfer out there at left guard. I don't think we have any changes aside from like people developing overall wise, but like personnel changes, I don't think we have a single one besides, you know, left guard. So yeah, I mean, Trace Mcsorley, he's up to a 57 overall, 58 now because of morale. So maybe he'll have a better season than last season. I guess we'll see. He did have a lot of yards, but like he also threw like 10 more interceptions than touchdowns. It was something like that, but like it was not a good stat to say the least. Hopefully he's spent this offseason watching film and can improve upon that. And we also have the new playbook. We're using the Titans one. So I think we'll be handing it off more. So maybe that will help. I don't know. But I mean, yeah, the offense is basically the same. We just have, you know, a new left guard, a new playbook, and people developed. So pretty cool. But I mean, yeah, 85 overall offense. Let's check out the defense now. So the defense has some new additions out here. We got Montez Sweat, Patrick Queen, and then we have the one rookie corner out here as well. I think he'll be in the slot. I honestly don't know, but the CPU will figure it out. Then we also got this guy as well, who I drafted. But I mean, this defense did get better. You know, Patrick Queen and Montez Sweat are both very solid additions, and we were ranked like horribly defensively last season. Like it was actually insane. But I mean, hopefully with these new additions, and people also did develop as well, so that's also a big plus for this defense. And I mean, hopefully through year number 2, people can develop even more, and maybe we'll get up to a 90 by the end of the season. So I mean, that could happen. But I mean, yeah, this is what the defense is looking like. It's basically the same aside from, you know, Patrick Queen, Montez Sweat in here, and you know, a few rookies here and there. But yeah, I mean, that's the defense. But yeah, that's enough of me talking. We should go ahead and get started with year number 2. So we are currently 4-2 at the midway point of the season, and just looking at our team ranks, we are a lot better than we were at the midway point of last season. So our defense is top 3 in everything. That is ideal to have a top 3 defense in terms of everything. So hopefully we can keep that up throughout the rest of the season. But as for offense, we are 11th in points per game, which, you know, is pretty decent, you know, being just outside of the top 10, which, you know, obviously we want to be higher, but, you know, we'll take that. And we're 28th in terms of pass, so, you know, we got to step that up. But we are 11th in terms of rush yards. So, you know, we are in a pretty good spot. There is obviously room for improvement, and hopefully we can improve throughout the rest of this season. So I don't think I'll make any trades. I might actually look through some, and if I make any, you guys will see those. If not, we're just going to go straight to the playoffs. Okay, I completely forgot we need to negotiate, so CMC, we'll just give him whatever he wants. I actually increased the offer a little bit. Please resign. Oh my gosh. We're going to get CMC back. I'll make sure of it. Amani Hooker, how much does he want? So that's actually a pretty decent deal. Will he accept this? Just straight up? Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Sam Cosme, he's pretty interested. I think he'll accept this. He does. Cool. Dwan Jones will re-sign him. He's still young. Does he accept this? Cool. So outside of these... Oh, Alan McNeil. I didn't even notice him. We're going to re-sign him as well. Does he accept? Awesome. So outside of these 2, I don't think I'll re-sign anybody. Oh, Cam Robinson. We'll re-sign him. Outside of those 3, though, is there... Yeah, there's nobody else. So Cam Robinson, we'll just lock him in right now. And let's see, does he accept this offer? Cool. So we get Cam Robinson back. So CMC and Amani Hooker are the only 2 that I'm going to re-sign after this. So we'll probably just do that in the off season. And then, yeah, we'll just wait until then. All right, so we actually made the playoffs this time around. So that's cool. We're taking on Lamar Jackson and the Kansas City Chiefs. For some reason, the Chiefs just always seem to get the best quarterbacks in these. It's so weird. But let's see, does Trace Mcsorley have an upgrade? Tavares, our rookie Tavares Telfer, he's up to superstar dev, by the way, and he has 2, so that's pretty cool. What about Trace Mcsorley, is he here? 58 overall. Yes, he is. So he's actually up to a 60. So we'll upgrade Scrambler right now. So he's up to 61. Well, technically 59, but you know, I'm actually pretty surprised that he's not like a lot higher than that. But you know, I guess that is what it is. So Lamar Jackson only threw 3 interceptions. He definitely won MVP. But I mean, just looking at our team rank, so we were 14th in terms of points per game, 22nd in pass yards per game, 3rd in rush yards per game, so we'll take that. That's very solid. We were 13th defensive-wise for points per game, 2nd against the pass, and 15th against the run. So we did have a top 3 defense at the midway point, and I guess we kind of just fell off. Well, for pass yards, we didn't, but for everything else, we kind of did. But being 3rd in terms of rush yards, that's probably the best I've ever had in a fantasy draft rebuild, because I normally use the Chiefs playbook, and the Chiefs playbook just doesn't get handoffs for some reason. But just checking out stats, so Trace Mcsorley, wow, okay. Didn't he have a lot more yards last year? Because he was like 6th in the NFL. So CMC, he had a very good year. Did CMC win MVP? I knew he didn't. I just wanted to see. So wow, he wasn't even top 10. Wow, the voters just hate CMC. Did I win Coach of the Year though? Wow. I'm not even top 10, seriously. I took, what were we like? We were like, what, 4-12 last season, and I took us to the playoffs, and I'm seriously not even top 10. That's insane. But yeah, obviously Lamar won MVP. We got to look at stats though. Didn't Trace Mcsorley have a lot better season last season? We got to compare real quick. You know, obviously the playbooks and stuff changed, but like this is a significant difference. Like 500-ish less yards, 6 less touchdowns, but like 15 less interceptions. So I mean, I guess the throws were a lot smarter this time around. He has a lot higher of a rating, and his completion percentage is up. But wow, over 100 less attempts, like 124 less attempts. Wow. But I mean, we were handing the ball off a lot more, which is what we need. I mean, we got CMC, so like obviously that's what we want. And CMC, he had a monster year. Should have won MVP in my opinion, but you know, I guess it is what it is. Nathan Peterman had a rush, so he ran it once for 2 yards. You know what? He did his best. But anyways, the most important stat at the end of the day is wins. And we are going to see if we can get our first playoff win here in this Trace Mcsorley Challenge Fantasy Draft Rebuild, and we lose by 1 point. Oh my gosh, that is so frustrating. 1 point, seriously? Wow. So it was a close game. Look at weekly awards. So Montez Sweat, 4 tackles, 2 sacks. He gave it his all, but we just could not get it done. We lose by 1 point. That's frustrating. But you know what? We're gonna go to the off season and we're gonna improve. You know, I got a contract extension, so cool. So yeah, we'll just go to the off season and then we'll figure stuff out there. CMC, I'll give you every penny I got. Come on, accept this. Okay, cool. We re-signed CMC. What about Amani Hooker? Now we got to re-sign him. I'll increase the offer a little bit. And let's see, does he accept this? Oh my gosh, he's going to test out free agency. How much is the franchise tag? Just out of curiosity. So it's only 11 million. You know what? We'll do it. It's going to be our last season anyway, so who really cares about the money we're spending? But yeah, I don't think I'm going to re-sign anybody else. Yeah, we're not going to, so yeah, let's just go to free agency and see if I'll sign anyone. Okay, so we are giving up RJ Horan and a lot of draft capital in exchange for Aiden Hutchinson, which, you know, considering next year is our last year, the draft capital doesn't really matter that much, which, you know, I know it's a lot, but, you know, we get Aiden Hutchinson, so we'll take it. And now here we are trading Jonathan Grenard, DeJuan Jones, and 3 picks in exchange for Colton Miller. We're just going to have like no draft picks, but you know what? It's fine. And now here we are acquiring Kyle Duggar for Alan McNeil and just a few late round picks. And so this took a lot, but we got him. Dre Greenlaw, welcome to the team. Okay, we basically have no picks moving forward, but we got Jordan Addison. So hopefully we end up winning the Super Bowl next season. And I think this will be my last trade just because I have like no trade assets after this, but I guess we'll see. If it is, then you guys will see the roster for next season because I have no draft picks and the free agency class, I don't really want to sign anyone. So we'll just go straight to the start of next season. Okay, so I did make one signing actually. Tyler Conklin, we signed him because we needed a backup tight end. So yeah, we got Tyler Conklin, but we have no draft picks. So we're just going to go straight to the start of next season. So yeah, we're going all in this season, and if this trade doesn't prove that to you, I don't know what will. And I probably have some more trades coming, maybe not, I guess we'll see. And here with basically every asset I have left, we acquired Chidobe Awuzie, I think that's how you say his name. So yeah, that's going to be my last trade because I literally have no assets after that. So yeah, let's just go check out the team. All right, so going into year number 3, our final season, we are a 90 team overall with an 89 offense and a 93 defense. So we better win the Super Bowl this year, man. CMC is a 99, and this offensive line got even better for him. So this better be a legacy season for CMC. Trace Mcsorley, he's up to a 62, so maybe he can lead us to a Super Bowl. I mean, we got Jordan Addison out there for him. And Nico Collins is up to an 85, and Chris Olave is up to an 88. I don't remember what they were before, but I'm pretty sure they developed. But I mean, yeah, this offense is an 89 overall, so that is pretty solid. So now it's just up to Trace Mcsorley to bring us to the Super Bowl and win it here in year number 3. But CMC should get 300 carries just because, you know. But yeah, this is the offense. Let's check out the 93 overall defense now. So the defense, man, this defense is amazing. Like, look at this defensive line. Aiden Hutchinson, Christian Wilkins, Jalen Carter, Montez Sweat. This defensive line is going to cook. We should be the #1 rush defense this season. We absolutely should. And then our secondary, man, we got Deron Bland, Teron Johnson, Chidobe Awuzie out there as well. Like, this secondary, and then Malik Hooker, Kyle Duggar out at safety as well. We should be the #1 pass defense, but, you know, it's Madden, so I guess you never know. And then, of course, we got Dre Greenlaw, Patrick Queen, and Frankie Louvu as our linebackers. So, yeah, this defense is elite, man, all across the board. You know, we should be a top 3 defense in all categories. Like, I could very well see that happening. Like, just all across the board, man, this defense is amazing. This very well could be a Super Bowl winning defense. So, I'm not going to bore you guys with my talking. We're just going to get straight to it. So, we're going to go ahead and sim the season and see if we can make our second straight playoff appearance, and this time go on and win the Super Bowl here in year number 3. So at the midway point of the season, we are currently 2-5. We might be cooked. Our defense is 32nd in points per game, 24th against the pass. Oh my gosh. Like, should I even finish simulating the season at this point? Like, what in the world is going on? Oh my gosh. Okay, let's just go to the end of the season. So I just realized Nathan Peterman is wearing number 18. That was not intentional. Like, I did not set that. He just had an upgrade, and I noticed that, so I figured I would point that out to you guys because I thought that was pretty interesting. The fact that we're doing worse, even though we improved the team in a lot of positions, is just mind-blowing to me, but that's just Madden for you, I guess. So we'll just see if we can turn it around and make the playoffs here momentarily in 3, 2, 1. Oh, it was close. Oh, so we did turn around. We made the playoffs. We went 11-6. We are taking on the Chiefs here in the wild card for the second year in a row. The Titans went 15-2. Wow. So, I mean, just looking at our team ranks, so it really looks like we turned it around. Wow. So we were the 9th offense in points per game, 27th in pass yards per game. Who really cares about that? 1st in rush yards. And then for defense, we were 13th with points per game, 14th with pass yards, and 2nd against the run. So, I mean, I was hoping we could be a top 3 defense, but, you know, I guess it is what it is. And Trace Mcsorley has another upgrade here, so he's going to get up to a 63, well, 60 overall technically, but yeah, that's cool. And so now we got to check out his stats for the season. So he was 26th in terms of pass yards, 20th in terms of touchdowns. What about CMC? So CMC had another great season. Did he win MVP? He did not. Wow. He isn't even top 10. Wow. That's insane. Myles Garrett was on here. Oh, we got to check out his stats. But was I coach of the year? No. I was 10th. Seriously? Wow. Not even top 5. Wow. Okay. But yeah, I mean, Trace Mcsorley, this is his first year having a positive touchdown to interception ratio, isn't it? Yeah. Well, he improved, throwing 7 more touchdowns, less yards, the same amount of interceptions, but had a higher completion percentage. So that's cool. And he also had a rushing touchdown, so that's pretty cool. But we didn't have a single person with double-digit sacks. Are you kidding me? Okay, well, that's just Madden for you. So let's check out Myles Garrett, 33 sacks. Are you kidding me, bro? What in the world? 33 sacks? That is insane. Bro, what is this? This is actually just insane. Dude, 114 tackles as well. Dude, what in the world? 20 TFLs, a forced fumble. Yeah, no kidding, he was in the MVP race. That's insane, bro. He beat out second place by 13. Oh my gosh. And yeah, he shattered the record. So the record got beat twice this year. Wow. Yeah, that is insane. Myles Garrett with 33 sacks. Wow. But anyways, though, we got to focus on our playoff game. We can't get too distracted with what's going on in the league. We got to beat the Chiefs here. in the wild card round and advance on to the divisional round here in year number 3, and we lose. Well, we lost by even more this time around. Last year, we lost by just 1 point. That is very unfortunate, but, I guess it is what it is. So that is going to be the end of the Trace Mcsorley Fantasy Draft Rebuild Challenge here in Madden 24. You guys can let me know in the comments what kind of Fantasy Draft Rebuild Challenge you would like to see me do next. I do have a playlist of all the previous Fantasy Draft videos I've done. If you guys are interested, that playlist is up on my page if you want to go check it out. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching all the way into the end. I really appreciate that. If you guys are interested in checking out my other content, I do have a ton of playlists on my page. I have Madden content, 2K content, and just gaming content in general. If you guys are interested, you guys can feel free to go check those out. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.